When the sun drops behind the hills, San Francisco plunges into pitch-black darkness. There are no streetlights. The only illumination comes from campfires and the blinding, smoky windows of log saloons. You push open the heavy door of the gambrinous saloon, and a wall of heat, tobacco smoke, stale alcohol, and unwashed bodies hits you like a physical blow. The place is packed wall to wall. Inside the saloon, the air is thick with raw electricity. Sitting at the tables are men who, 6 months ago, were penniless serfs in Europe, starving peasants from Ireland, or runaway convicts. Now they are slamming gold nuggets worth a year of your modern salary onto the green felt. They lose fortunes on a single cut of the cards. And they laugh maniacally because they know they can go back to the river tomorrow and dig up more. The bartender pours a dark, viscous liquid into tin cups. This is the local whiskey. Don't even think about slamming it back. To give this alcohol an extra kick for the hardened prospectors. The barrels were laced with gunpowder, red chili peppers, and tobacco juice. This toxic sludge burned out a man's stomach lining and destroyed his liver in a matter of months, but nobody cared. Live fast, die young was the unwritten motto of California. Suddenly the music stops. The screech of chairs. Two massive, bearded men leap up across from each other. One accuses the other of dealing from the bottom of the deck. One man's hand drops instantly to the grip of his revolver. The other draws a massive Bowie knife, its blade flashing in the lamplight. You instinctively look for an exit, expecting a bloody shootout where stray bullets fly everywhere. But what happens next completely subverts your expectations. The crowd doesn't run. Instead, 3 massive prospectors grab both fighters by the collar, slamming them back into their chairs with brute force. A gray-bearded man confiscates their weapons and drops a fresh bottle of that gunpowder whiskey between them.
Either you drink together and shut your mouths, or we string you both up from the rafters right now.
The fight vanishes in a second. This insane melting pot of Chinese, Americans, French, and Chileans learned a harsh lesson in survival. When every single person in the room is packing heat, an armed society becomes a polite society. One wrong word and you're a corpse, so you either smile and drink together or you die. There is no middle ground. You step out of the suffocating saloon well past midnight. Your head is pounding. You wander to the edge of the camp, where 2 miners who helped you out earlier are sitting around a dying fire. They don't ask questions about who you are or why you're wearing a strange gray hooded sweatshirt. On the frontier, you don't pry into a man's past. Half the people here are running from debt or the law. They just silently shift on their log, making room for you close to the heat, and hand you an old, ash-burned wool blanket. You wrap it around yourself, staring up at the night sky. The stars above shine exactly as they do in your 2026, but beneath them there are no cities. No light pollution, no satellites, no civilization, just an endless, wild, lethal land. The prospector next to you carefully reaches into his pocket and pulls out a dented brass locket. He opens it. Inside is a faded photograph of a woman and 2 little girls. His family, left behind on the other side of the continent. His face is lined with deep exhaustion. His fingers are rubbed raw from working in freezing river mud, and he's shaking from a low-grade fever. But he stares at that photo with a faith so absolute, so unbreakable, that you realize this man would tear through a brick wall, endure any hunger, and defy death itself, just to get that gold and give them a future. And as you sit by the dying embers, the ultimate realization of the past 24 hours hits you. The gold rush wasn't about the metal. It was about sheer, unyielding human will. Millions of people didn't abandon their lives and cross oceans on leaking tubs because they were greedy monsters. They were titans of will, willing to gamble their lives on a single, desperate shot at changing their destiny. You look at the fatting flames and realize just how soft, fragile, and spoiled our modern world of comfort truly is. A world where people spiral into depression over a lack of likes or a slow internet connection. Here, in 1849, your entire worth as a human being is measured by one thing. Are you willing to share your last piece of bread with a dying stranger? And can you keep your word when the world around you is turning to ash? Your eyes close from pure, heavy exhaustion. The sounds of the frontier wind fade into the dark. You snap your eyes open and sit bolt upright in bed. Clean white sheets. A bright, spotless room. Outside your window, a peaceful, sunlit modern metropolis. Your smartphone is sitting on the nightstand, its screen buzzing with social media notifications. You look at your clean, uninjured hands. You grab a glass of pure, filtered water, take a sip, and feel the goosebumps break out across your skin. You're back, you're home, surrounded by perfect comfort, hot water, and absolute safety. You survived the historical nightmare. But as you look down at your phone, you realize one thing: you will never be the same again. You finally know the true price of civilization. Subscribe to the channel, hit the comments, and tell me straight. Could you have survived 24 hours in the mud of San Francisco using nothing but your wits? Or would you have ended up under a tree? In the next episode, we're waking up in an era where a single breath of city air could cost a man his life. See you in the past.